Action.
We're driving right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
On the
we
way
got
home. 5:45.
2 hours left on a 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, what's your dream car?
My dream car is a Toyota Supra, 1997, 98, 99-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I think the new ones were cool, but they're not. I don't think they don't seem as legit as the older Supras. They're mostly BMWs. I think BMW makes that Supra, even though it's a Toyota brand.
Really?
Yeah, so it's actually
How much
BMW.
of it do they make?
How what?
How much of it do they make? Do you know?
I have no idea, but I was watching YouTube from this guy who's very trustworthy. Knows his
Yep.
stuff about Toyota. So I heard it from the internet.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
If it's on the internet, it's true. No, I think I heard something similar though. But
Yeah, but I used to play Gran Turismo. Every millennial probably played that game.
I love that game when I was in high
And
school.
probably watched Fast and the Furious 1.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with Paul Walker and Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
So for me, those were my bread and butter growing up. Those were my hobbies.
Mm.
And so I just fell in love with the Toyota Supra. That's my dream car. That's always been my dream car.
Yeah.
So when I'm rich, I think I want to get myself a Supra and drive it to the match.
It's very reasonable. Yeah.
What about you, man? What's your favorite car?
All right. So, dream car or
All right, I guess dream car.
or
Let's do
within
dream
reason car.
No, dream car, bro.
All right. Dream car. So I would say there's a few different types of dream car. I'd still love a 1964 Chevy Impala lowrider with hydraulics and Dayton's convertible.
Ooh.
That would be fun. I would love I think I'd love to have a Lamborghini once. Even though I know they're very impractical. A G-Wagon would be fun. Which is the Mercedes Jeep thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're phenomenal. And then as far as cars that I might be able to do, I'm actually looking at a new Mercedes AMG C63S and the CLE 53 AMG,
Okay.
or a lightly used AMG GT 63 or a 53, something like that. And I'm also looking at a lightly used Porsche 911 991.2. And I've also looked at the Corvette C8, the newer body style. I'm thinking of getting one of those within the next year.
Okay. Which one would you choose right now if you could get it?
Man, I really loved. So I test drove the Mercedes, all of them that I wanted to. The C63S impressed me the most. I mean, that thing was so fast. I'm not going to say how fast.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh man, and then it's got an exhaust on it that's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds fun, man.
Yeah. And then I plan on test driving a Porsche and a Corvette here at some point this year, and then I'll make a decision. So that's what I'm looking at getting.
Fancy dude. So
Man.
speaking of,
Yeah.
go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say, I don't know how long I'd keep it for, but it would be a fun weekend car. I'll say that. Yeah.
Would you drive it to a match?
No. No.
Yeah, probably not practical.
Not at all.
Especially with the dirt roads that we drive in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No way. No, that's gonna be. You have Safe Queens.
Yeah.
You know, guys will have a decked out rifle that they never use, and
Mhm.
all the top of the line equipment that I don't have those.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen
We put our rifles to work.
oh man,
It gets
yeah,
dirty and muddy and wet.
scratched,
Yeah.
whatever. I put them to work. The car, I mean, it's going to be a garage queen that I take out on weekends.
Yeah.
You know, until then, I mean, I love this Jeep, so
Yeah.
that's what I'll be driving.
This is a practical Jeep for matches.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of rifles, let's talk about
Okay.
your gear, man. Can you give
Okay.
me a rundown about,
Yeah.
top down scope, maybe mount or
Mhm.
barrel action, stocks,
Yep.
accessories, I don't know, bags,
Yeah.
and why you run it, why you run what you run.
Sure. So um, I like certain things because they've worked out really well, but I want to just have a disclaimer that none of this is a negative indictment on any other companies or your favorite gear, because it doesn't matter about what I like most. It matters about what works best for me personally.
Yeah, him and I run two different scopes and two different chassis
Yep.
and two different barrels.
Yep. We've run the same of a lot of things before, but right now
We're completely different right now. It seems like.
yeah, and I don't think we've ever been more different
Than we are now.
in gear. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think our shooting is starting to come in alignment as far as how we approach things. You're on the better side of it than I am.
I don't know.
You still beat me way more than I beat you. So, but right now, really loving the Night Force ATACR 7 to 35 with the Mil XT reticle. I know it looks busy on paper, but when you're looking through the actual scope, I mean, for me, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Makes holdovers and hold for wind so much better. The glass is very, very good. I've owned all the top tier scopes pretty much. I mean, you know me.
Oh, yeah, you got Callus, Vortex, Tangent Thetas, Zicos. You got own all the top tier scopes.
Yeah, Night Force. I mean, literally, I'm omitting something. I just know I am, but I run it all. Right now, I've won more matches with Night Force. Vortex Razor Gen 3 is a close second. But
there's also a guy, Wayne Shard, that I think that's his name. He won the national championship. I forgot his name. He won the national rimfire championship with. Was it a Night Force? Wayne Shard.
Wayne Shard.
Wayne Shard.
Oh, Shane Ward. Yeah. So I know they get hate because I don't know why. It's kind of ridiculous.
Wayne won with it.
Yeah, yeah. Shane, you're gonna forget his real name here in a minute. But no, Shane, he won it with the Night Force. I mean, I think who is it? Is it Austin Bushman? Shoots Night Force. I mean, there's a lot of really good shooters.
Oh yeah.
That use Night Force. It just works for me.
And you're coming from Zico and Tangent Theta.
All right, sorry about that. I had to sneeze. But yeah, so I mean, I've had Night Force. I'm sorry, I just came from Tangent Theta and Zico and the Vortex. I mean, they have great glass, no doubt. The turrets on the Tangent Theta can't be beat. It's not even close.
Yeah, probably the best turret ever.
Yeah, I think the glass on the Night Force Gen 3 Razor, I'm going to get hate for this, but and the at least the Zico sample one that I had are all close enough that it doesn't matter. That then you got to go with.
I'd have to agree with that statement.
Whatever works best for you. Yeah, because you've had all of them in your possession also.
Except for Tangent. I've never.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry I didn't loan you that one, by the way.
Oh no, it's all good.
Because I think it would have been great just so you could have given your opinion. But point being is, it comes down to the reticle. that gets your eye focused on. That's how I read my wind. I don't even take a kestrel reading anymore. I don't know if we've talked about that, but
Yeah.
I don't measure the wind with a kestrel. I look at it through the binos, look at it through the scope, read the mirage, and make a wind call based on that.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, yeah, Knife Force works great. Spur mount, Voodoo 360 with a Bartlett 1 in 13 barrel.
Or no, 116, right?
I'm sorry, 1 in 16. You're right.
Yep.
EC tuner, L3i Stinger mags in a MPA Pro Matrix Pro chassis, and that's all worked out for me really well. Armageddon gear bags. I love the Schmedium. I feel like I can just get so solid with that. It's never a question.
Yeah.
Two Vets tripod. Swarovski EL ranges 10 power. Am I forgetting? Oh,
Matrix Pro.
yep. We said the Matrix Pro, and
MPA
then
Matrix Pro.
yeah, and the best piece of kit that I've gotten recently is that Eberly stock Upranger.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Oh
thing.
man,
Yeah,
I think
same.
it's so good.
Yes. So why do you like the Matrix Pro? What made you choose that?
Width of the forend, I love it. I can get just so solid on any prop, and then I feel like it's become an extension of my body. It just feels very natural. I do want to try an L3i Hive. After trying yours, I'm like, man, that thing is
Solid. I love that thing.
Yeah. I mean, Leon did a great job with that. Also, the Skypod for the bipod, and then
Lapua long range match is your ammo.
Lapua long range match.
Why do you run a Lapua long range match?
Because over 7 or 8 lots, I've never had more than about a 5 foot per second average
Difference.
difference
Yeah.
in velocity. Most consistent ammo I've ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
good,
I mean,
man.
and you've seen how accurate it shoots. So
Oh yeah, your rifle is probably the best shooting rifle I've ever seen. So
I wish I was the best shooter you've ever seen. Yeah.
I think your rifle could win a national championship any day, man.
Yeah. I just need to loan it to Wayne
Shane-
Short.
Wayne Shard.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
what do you got?
So I'm running a Vortex Gen 3 right now. I switched from a Zico, not because I didn't like the Zico, but I have been running the Zico for like 2 years, 3 years, I think, and I just wanted to try something different. So usually when you try something different, you upgrade, right? But like, I mean, I would not say that the Vortex is a downgrade at all.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit cheaper. You know, maybe it's not as tier 1 as a Zico, but for me, the glass and the Vortex Gen 3 and the Zico, yes, the Zico might be a little bit better, but it's hard to tell. Honestly, I cannot tell the difference. I'm sure
Yeah.
if you did some testing in it and somebody that's smarter than me did some testing with it, like you could tell a difference, but I don't know. I can't tell a difference.
I mean, I think most importantly, you're performing very well.
yeah, I
You're
mean,
winning.
I really like it. Like I love the turrets on that Gen 3.
Yeah.
And, I really enjoy the 10 mil rev as well that they have. I wish it was a non-locking turret, but hey, it is what it is. Maybe one day they'll come out with that. Maybe the Gen 4.
They did that for a certain shooter I heard, who's pretty popular in the rimfire circles.
Yeah.
I called them and asked if they would do it for me, and they said they've never done it. So I need you guys to get back to me and tell me, hey, you know what, we were wrong, we did. If that were the case, I would go back to it really, really fast.
I would take that offer too. If I can send in my scope to make it non-locking, that would be amazing. Or if you guys come out with a Gen 4.
I'll pay.
Yeah.
I'll pay.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the Vortex, man. They're just a great company. They support matches. and they're always in every price table that I've seen.
Yeah.
They represent their company well, and they also support the shooters really well.
Have you ever had to use the Vortex warranty?
Um, I did a couple of times for the cheaper scopes.
What about for the upper level gear?
Not for the Gen 3.
I've
I don't
never.
think I've ever even used it for the Gen 2.
Yeah, I've
They
had
used to have
a.
one.
I think I've had the. I don't know. I can't remember if I had the Gen 1. I had the Gen 2. Never had to use it. Gen 3. Never had to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if something bad did happen, let's say I dropped it, or like I don't know, dropped it on top of that bridge and it broke, like Vortex is gonna take care of me. They're probably gonna send me a new scope within the week.
If you accidentally dropped a nuclear bomb on that scope, I bet they would fix it.
Oh, they would. Or if they can't fix it, they'll send you a brand new one.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, I love the way they do business. Number one, and I've spoken with a few of the Vortex representatives, and I really enjoy them, and they're good people.
Yeah.
So I'm not sponsored by Vortex. I wish
Hey,
I
it's
was.
a Supra, by the way.
Oh, that's a Supra. That's a new one.
Oh man,
It's a BMW.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's a nice Supra.
That is super
I mean,
nice.
I would still drive that though. You know.
It was on a flatbed,
Yeah, that is.
and I mean,
beautiful.
it was.
I love that color.
Man,
too.
that was a good-looking car.
But
Yeah.
I want to stick with Vortex. If I could get sponsored by them, that would be amazing. I'm not, but I do run their gear and I believe in them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then I run a DI Precision 113 twist Mueller Works 1250 straight taper with the EC tuner. Shout out to Eric Cortina, awesome guy.
Yeah, that dude.
I believe in tuners. So
I've learned so much from that guy. Man.
yeah, such a good dude.
Yep.
But yeah, David and I go way back since 2021, and
David who?
David Lott,
And
the guy DI Precision owner,
yeah.
him and Derek Webster. So I am sponsored by them, but before I believed in them, and they've always taken care of me, and just I love that company, and I've been with them for
Same.
about 4 years. So
Yeah.
I just enjoy shooting for them, and the barrel. I've been running the same barrel since 2022, I think. And
Yeah.
the fact that I'm running the same barrel and it's consistent and if one matches with it, like I don't feel like I have to change my barrel because it's so consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I use your barrel, maybe I might change. I don't know because your barrel is amazing, you know. But
Yeah.
I just love their the way they chamber it, and they know a lot about rimfire, and so that's the reason why I run them, and they're very consistent, especially out beyond 300 yards. The 113, I feel like really shines, and I'm getting like a little bit higher BC than I am with my older 116 twist.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like him. Andrew and I were shooting a 1.5 or 2 MOA target at 500 yards like a few months ago. Like Andrew was hammering it, and I was able to hit it too a few times, and it was very consistent.
Yeah.
So I'm sticking with my barrel. Like unless I find something else that shoots better, then maybe I'll switch to a different one with DI Precision. I mean, I just want to stay loyal to them. And they're good people.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am sponsored by L3I, but maybe I'm a little bit biased by shooting their chassis, but I feel like I'm not though at the same time because I've always believed in their product and I love the way that they run business. And the reason why I shoot for them is because I like their gear. So maybe I am a little bit biased, but I love the L3I chassis.
Yeah.
I used to shoot the Foundation for rimfire, and I still love Foundation, by the way. I've met John Cobb before, and they're good people. But I feel like the L3I Hype chassis is just more of an extension of my body than the Foundation is. I have not tried the Samson though, so maybe that will, maybe my mind will change with that. But like I like my L3I, man. My Hype chassis is such a good chassis.
Yeah.
And,
Speaking of which, I still have 2 Foundation stocks, 2 MPA Matrix MPA Pro chassis from Masterpiece Arms. I love both. I love the L3i chassis.
Yeah,
So much good gear. The one thing about the foundation I didn't love is I wish the fore end were a little bit longer,
yeah,
or just to clear the bag and balance. But also the finish is very slick. But you can fix that with those little grip tape.
or the grip tape. Yeah,
Mhm.
because if you get sweaty or if it rains, like it gets slippery. Which I
Yeah.
think they fixed that with the Samson. They got grips on the Samson now.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, I wanna get one.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the Samson, but I mean right now like I'm running the L3 hub chassis for both center fire and rim fire, and man, I love that thing, and I don't see myself changing, at least not in the next 5 or 10 years. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, unless L3 comes up with a different chassis, then I might change to that one.
I feel like 5 to 10 years is.
I'm sure they'll come out with something different.
Yeah, I was gonna
So I
say.
probably will change to something
Yeah.
an L3i 2.0 hive chassis or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one of those too, just to try it
Yeah.
out.
And then what else?
How about those Stinger mags?
I love the Stinger mag, the billet.
Yeah,
Stinger mags.
man.
Everything is solid. I know you love those. I mean, is there something you want to say about those?
Yeah, so I did a video on how to tune it because I've heard that people have had issues getting them set just right for their chassis. So I did a video on that. I think the thing that people don't realize is that you got to loosen the two screws above the height adjustment to get it to lock up just right, and then the feed ramp is or what's it called? The follower
Yeah.
is angled just perfectly to chamber into the bore without shaving the sides of lead off or anything, or
Yeah.
any issue like that. I think there's just some end user error, so I got a video for that.
Yeah. Wish you could watch it right
just-
here. I have it right here.
Yeah,
Click on it. You can watch that one.
and if you got more questions, I can do another video. It's
Yeah.
really not a big deal. Just realize that you've gotta tune it specifically for your setup. So just because I might come out 3 threads on the top screw and two threads on the bottom screw for it to lock up perfectly in mine, doesn't mean that yours might be opposite or more or less, whatever.
Yeah.
So just FYI.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else. I mean,
What about ammo?
Oh,
And
Lapua
bags?
long range. You're the one that got me into Lapua long range. I
Yeah.
used to shoot SK long range, which I still like, but the Lapua long range is definitely more consistent.
Hmm.
That's the ammo I shot at the Rimfire National Finale this past October, and I was able to get 20th place for that match. And I think a lot of it had to do with the ammo.
Hmm.
Like we were shooting some of the. It's very consistent over a wide range of temperature, and we were shooting sometimes at 45 degrees, and then we went up to I think 80 degrees at one point. So a big swing of temperature, and it's super consistent. And it's probably been the best shooting, or one of the best shooting ammo besides the super long range. I think that's been the super long range has been the best shooting ammo I've used through my rifle. But I mean, those are hard to get and very expensive. But I was able to get a good deal on a super long or a Lapua long range, just a regular one, through a buddy, and so I jumped on it, and that's the ammo I run right now. That's the long range.
Heard a lot of good.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I should shoot super long range in the future, but I do have a brick of super long range that I want to save for the regional finale or the national finale, so I might shoot that at the national finale and save the best for last. So,
if you could construct your dream factory ammo for 22.
Ooh.
For me, I mean, obviously Lapua brass and loads, but man, if I could get some varget and 22 A-tip,
That'd be pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Like if you're able, so far, not too many people have been successful with reloading 22s, but
Yeah.
if I could be successful in doing that, I definitely would run a Lapua brass or Alpha brass, and probably some form of a very consistent, temperature stable powder, because usually 22s are not known for being stable over a wide range of temperature compared to centerfire.
Another reason why I love the long range and super long range.
Yeah,
It's been pretty good.
for a 22, it's stable. I mean, maybe not as stable as a centerfire still, but like for a 22, it's like probably the best or one of the best as far as temperature stability. And something with an A tip, obviously.
Yeah.
You probably have to change the twist rate at that point, but
Yeah. This is again one of those just weird hypothetical questions.
yeah,
You can't hand load 22 ammo
no.
to compete. So
Well, I got one last question for you. Is there a piece of gear or something that you've been wanting to buy? Ooh, I gotta have that. You know?
yeah, there's a few. I want a Hive chassis really bad now. I want a Foundation Samson. Uh, let's see. A Tangent Theta 7 to 35.
The new one?
Yeah. And I kind of want to try the Schmidt and Bender 6 to 36 with the, I think it's a T2 RID or whatever.
Is that a new one too?
Yeah, that's a new one.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah, but I don't know. I know it's Schmidt and Bender in the hotness right now, but
Used to be.
I've heard that that scope is phenomenal to the point where it nearly, it might be as good as optically as the Tangent Theta, but they said the turrets are obviously better on the Tangent.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
that's good.
That's
good.
probably it. What about you?
For me, probably the Leupold Mark V HD. I'm planning on keeping the Vortex, but if I could get another scope to run as a backup, or maybe it's my primary, I think the Mark V right now is the hotness.
Oh yeah.
Like last season, there's this guy named Cal Zant who did a survey on the top scopes that people in the Pro Series are using, and it's the Mark V HD. A lot of it has to do with the reticle. I was able to actually borrow one from David Lott for about a month 2 years ago. I don't know why I didn't buy it. He gave me a good deal on it, but I ended up going back to the Zico. But man, if I could go back, I think I would have bought that one and just.
Yeah.
I mean, I could still buy one, obviously, but it's. Yeah, I definitely want to. I like the reticle on that thing. Instead of 0.2 mil increments, it's quarter mil increments, and there's a big there's a small dot in the middle and lots of space around it. So the theory behind that is so that you could spot your impacts a lot better. And a lot of people that are top shooters are running that scope right now.
Yeah.
So, and it's very light, a lot lighter than the Zico or Vortex, and I think lighter than the Tangent Theta. So it's good for the Hunter series or the Sportsman division for PRS centerfire. And and also, it's just a very versatile scope. Like for me, I probably wouldn't put my Vortex Gen 3 on a hunting scope because it's so heavy, but I would put a Mark V on a hunting scope and also a PRS scope because it's super versatile, and so I think that's one piece of gear that I would probably right now that I want. Yeah, I think that's it, man.
Okay, cool.
We're gonna close this. Y'all have a good one.